And the breaking news is out on I-80 in Placer in El Dorado counties. We've got the eastbound portion of the interstate shut down because of a crash that's involved multiple big rigs.
KCRA3's Maricela de la Cruz is just arrived on scene now with the very latest. What have we learned?
Yeah, so we are just a few miles away from the accident, just less than 10 miles. We're still on our way, and we are right off the Boreal Ridge exit along Interstate 80. And well, at the moment, we know that this big rig accident is involving a few semi-trucks. A few injuries have been reported by CHP in the Truckee area. And at the moment, we know that there is no estimated time of reopening that area because of the recovery process of the investigation of this crash. Now, again, we are on our way just a few miles that way, but we did stop by a few points of road closure, the first one at Colfax, so only local residents in the area can drive past that one, and then there was another one. So again, there's no traffic in the area because only locals are allowed here, and we will continue on our way eastbound to get more information on that accident. We're live, Maricela de la Cruz, KCRA 3 News.
Thank you.
And we'll take another look at that crash. This is a picture that was provided by the CHP Truckee office, and you can see 10 vehicles involved here, most of them big rigs, all stacked up on that eastbound side right in the heart of Central Truckee. In fact, the Central Truckee exit is right behind me here, and they're on that decline there as you make your way towards the 267 and Highway 89 ramp, which, as you can see here in the sign, is 1.5 miles from where this accident happened. So right now, eastbound Interstate 80 shut down right through the heart of Central Truckee. They are diverting some of that local traffic off onto 89 South. That puts you onto Donner Pass Road over to Truckee Way, and then you can eventually make your way back to Interstate 80 and continue eastbound. But as you heard Maricela say, that they are holding traffic in Colfax. They're also holding traffic at the Kingvale checkpoint, which is where they had chain control set up, and now that chain control has effectively become a road closure. As you can see in this live picture here, all of these big rigs parked and waiting for that accident to be cleared up. They do have some big rigs, big rig tow trucks on scene, and they're working to clear that. Here's the look through Central Truckee, and as you can see, there's no traffic on the eastbound side or the westbound side. Westbound side is also being held. Caltrans is making a pass through there with their sanding trucks to really put down some sand on that westbound side so they don't have a repeat on the westbound side of Interstate 80 as well. But they are working to open that lane of traffic. And we'll keep an eye on that eastbound side for you with Maricela heading that way right now. So again, Kingvale to Donner Lake, interchange for chain controls on 80, Highway 50, Twin Bridges to Myers, Highway 88 still closed over the Carson Spur from Peddler Hill to Kirkwood. Here in Sacramento, no problems on 5, 99, 50 or 80, 80 across the causeway, all looking good. But once you get into the Vacaville area, right around Waterman, we have a crash that's causing a pretty good backup on that westbound side. Actually, two crashes. There's a big rig in a car, and then there's a box truck that hit the center divide just beyond the initial crash. Through Stockton, not seeing any problems on 5, 99 or the Crosstown, and then westbound 205 starting to see a little congestion, and that's backing up onto 580 as well. A 43-minute ride there. Westbound 580, 28 minutes, but there you're feeling the effects of that Vacaville ride, 29 minutes from 505 to Highway 12 on Interstate 80. Here in Sacramento, like you saw on the map, we were all in the green, 11 minutes out of Elk Grove on 5 or 99. Back to you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. 6:04, let's talk weather now. We do have a live look now over Stockton from the Will Hereford Sky Camera.
Let's go right now to meteorologist Tamara Berg with a look at a much drier forecast.
Yeah, you're not going to find any puddles out there to start out the day like you did yesterday morning around this time. Welcome to the 6 o'clock hour. Still dark out there, and we've got just some hazy sky looking out over the Capitol Dome there and from the Exchange Hotel. Again, if you're walking around downtown or anywhere for the morning, it's dry and temperatures are cool enough to grab those layers or that winter jacket, but you definitely do not need the rain gear today. 43 out the door in Stockton, also checking in on low 40s around Modesto, dropping off into the upper 30s in Fairfield, 42 in Sacramento, 37 right now in Placerville with some fog, and 27 right now in South Lake Tahoe and around the Truckee area. Satellite showing off again, our clouds kind of departing from north to south, and we've got more of a batch of clouds clouds there as you go across the state line, and that's where most of the activity is going to be today in terms of rain and snowfall across that state line and in through Nevada. Here's a look at Sly Park. So in Pollock Pines, as you notice that cars go by, that there is some drops in visibility. Placerville right now at the airport reporting visibility down to less than a quarter of a mile. So there are going to be some rough patches there around parts of Highway 50 and around parts of El Dorado County. You get in through Sonora and there are some drops in visibility here as well, and that continues as you get into really central Tuolumne County. Overall, though, again, our forecast in terms of the rain and snow, it's fading out pretty quickly. You're going to find it's dry outside and less wind for today. Expect light winds out of the north and partly cloudy skies, and temperatures today will be moving into eventually the lower to mid 60s. I'll show you in my full forecast what's ahead as you start to make plans into the weekend. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Tamara. Well, the most recent storm still having a big impact on the Bay Area and Central Coast when it comes to power outages. Right now, more than 197,000 people are without power across the state. And the Bay Area, Santa Clara, San Mateo counties are the most affected. There are no major impacts, though, in our area. In Sutter County, an evacuation order has been issued for a trailer and RV park. This is for Lovey's Landing on the riverside of the Sacramento River levee. Well, the storms meant plenty of water added to rivers and our reservoirs.
KCR 3's Mike DeSalle joining us now at Nimbus Dam following the high water for us.
Yeah, with all the rain we've had lately, what better place to visualize all the water that's flowing through our area waterways than right here behind me. I'll step out of the way because that is the Nimbus Dam, and those are the gates all open, flowing with water from Lake Natoma down the American River right now. And with these water levels, while it may not be a flooding concern this anymore, there is still a warning about the river. Take a look. Yesterday, Sacramento Metro fire crews had to rescue a kayaker from the American River. Emergency officials warning that at the time, the American River was running high at some 30,000 cubic feet per second. And because of it, they are advising people to stay off aerial waterways when the rivers are running this high. Speaking of which, quick look at river levels around Sacramento show that most are below flood stage this morning in that monitor stage level. At last check, the Sacramento River near downtown, roughly 5 feet below flood stage. The Cosumnes River, roughly a foot below flood stage this morning. And Deer Creek, that one that always floods Scott Road, yesterday it was above flood stage. And yep, there was a foot of water on Scott Road, but now that has dropped about a foot below flood stage. So back out here live again. Nimbus Dam, always a great place to come and visualize all the water that's running through the water system throughout our area right now. And again, if you're coming out now that we've got some dry weather to get outdoors and start maybe enjoying a walk along the American River, just keep in mind there is that warning to stay out of the water until things calm down and the water subsides just a little bit. Make it a little safer. Live along the American River this morning, Mike DeSalle, KCRA 3 News.
And another similar high water danger seen in Sonoma County. 3 people were rescued after they got trapped in floodwater near Guerneville. Residents living near the Russian River say this is common.
We thought we could get through and we can't, so my advice, don't ever go through water, ever.
You're saying these people were pretty lucky?
Yeah, yep. It definitely could have been worse. Well, our message is if there's a road sign that says don't go through or there's flooded water, please avoid the area.
And among those rescued, an 8-year-old boy. No one was hurt.
Well,